Hello, my lovely friends. My name is Sarah, and my channel is all about growing confidence, self love, and steering yourself towards the best life ever. And so today I want to talk to you about 5 steps to greater self love. And we all need to love ourselves more. Most of us grew up without this being the foundation of our early years, our early childhood, and our needs weren't always met. And so we learnt to kind of give our power away, in a sense, to our parents and people please, parent please, that ended up spilling into our adult years. And we end up filtering what we do to get the approval and the love of others, and we forget about ourselves. When in essence we abandon ourselves and our own needs just to make sure that other people are okay and that other people are happy. And we've neglected and abandoned ourselves. So 5 steps to greater self-love, which will ultimately, when we love ourselves more, lead to greater confidence. And we all want greater confidence, because when we've got great confidence, we can go out there and do anything in the world, and we don't limit ourselves. We step into our most authentic, powerful versions of ourselves, and we take risks and we challenge ourselves. We're happy to get and sit in the uncomfortable and really go after what we want in life. And so my first step to greater self-love is to find gratitude. And gratitude just opens up your heart to so much. And have gratitude for the things that are in your life, for the things that are going right in your life. Especially at the moment, with so much going on in the world, we can really get hooked in to what's going wrong and what's not working out, or it seems like it's not working out for us. But if we adopt the idea that everything is working out for our highest good, and that's on an individual level as well as a collective level, then it can really change your perspective. And having gratitude for the things that you have in your life that you do have. If you're having restrictions placed on you for making a certain choice, you can be grateful that you've got a lovely home to be in. For the fresh air. For me, I live close to the beach, so I can walk across the road, and I've got access to nature. And hopefully you've got a garden of some sort, or you can access nature. For the beautiful weather, even for the rain, it's so cleansing. You can find gratitude in lots of ways every single day. And when you're coming from a place of gratitude, you're coming from a positive perspective. And so that positivity you're putting that energetically out there, and so that will be reflected back to you. So I really encourage you to find gratitude every single day. Wake up and write down 3 things to start with that you're grateful for. You can build it up. Some days it's harder than others, especially if you're feeling the lows. Like, we are human beings, we have our down days, but you can start putting your focus on gratitude. It's just a game changer, and it's an act of self-love. Be grateful for the body that you have, for the people around you, for the season of the year, maybe that opportunity to be creative, to have time to yourself, to explore yourself on a deeper level. We can be grateful in so many ways. Grateful for the experiences that we have had and that we are having. So gratitude is my top tip for finding greater self-love. Next comes forgiveness. And I think we need to forgive other people, our experiences, to be able to move forward in our lives. And if we're holding on to things and to grudges, if we're feeling resentful, if we're feeling bitter about different things that could have happened within our lives, or the way people may have treated us, then, there's that old saying, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's not great. And the other person or the people or the experience, that's not holding on. It's probably never giving you a second thought if somebody's done you wrong. And so you're giving your power away, in essence, by dwelling on whatever's happened, and not forgiving them or forgiving the experience. There's always a lesson to be learned from every experience that we have. And if you can find the lesson in something, it's not only healing, but it is also less likely that that experience is going to happen again, because things keep repeating themselves and we're not getting the message that we needed to get from the experience. So find forgiveness in your heart, and it can be hard and it can be a process, but it can also just be a decision. I'm not going to be tied down by this experience or this person any longer. I've met people that got divorced 20 years ago, and they're still walking around talking about it like it happened yesterday. And on an energetic level, that's just such a low vibrational thing to do. It's not healthy for your body. On a physical level, it's definitely not healthy. And for your mental well-being, you're going to feel depressed, sad, angry, frustrated, and you're just re-traumatizing yourself and repeating your patterns. Whereas if you can look at it and find the lesson in it, you can go, oh, okay, and then guess what? You don't have to repeat it again, and you can move on and find better things. So some of the ways that I've forgiven people is to write letters to them and have them write letters back to me. I've written the letter myself, so it's their response to me, which I would have liked to have got. You don't have to go and seek forgiveness by asking the other person for it. You can do it for yourself. I've written letters and I've burnt them, had little ceremonies, got it all out there, and just, burnt it and let it go like that. So there's many ceremonies, many different ways that you can. There's a Ho'oponopono prayer, which is an awesome prayer where the guy that invented it actually healed a whole criminally insane mental hospital in Hawaii from saying this prayer on a daily basis. Got closed down because they were all cured, and it's quite a miracle. So just saying, I'm sorry, I thank you, I love you, forgive me. And that's the prayer. And you can say it in any order. And when someone does you wrong or you're feeling angry with someone, you can just repeat that little mantra in your head. You can write it down. And guess what? I've had apologies out of the blue from people, which, they've been angry with me unjustly. And I've said that prayer a few times, and I've got a text out of the blue saying I'm sorry. And so it's powerful. It really works. I can promise you that. So I would encourage you to look that up. So the third step to greater self-love is to let go. Just let go of all the bad habits, of the people that don't serve you, of the stories you're telling yourself about people or situations, about yourself, that are old belief systems that you may have adopted from being a child, and being told things about your personality or the way that you behave in the world, and you've adopted them as truths. Or a teacher said something like, you aren't smart, you're not good at this. And it's like, actually, maybe at that time you didn't quite get it, but you could learn it now. We take on board what other people say to us and take it to heart, and just live with that as if it's a truth. So I would urge you to question your belief systems and let go of the ones that aren't serving you. What do you feel about relationships, about money, about health? Oh, we've got this in our family, and so I'm going to get it. Well, that doesn't necessarily have to be true at all. Quantum physics tells us that's not so anymore. That's old, outdated science. And yet I hear people say that all the time. It's not true. You might have a predisposition to something, but if you're looking after your health and you're not repeating the patterns of your ancestral lines, then it doesn't mean that you have to get that disease. It's like, but if you think you're going to get it, guess what? You're more than likely you will, because you'll always be right. If you think you're right, you will be right. So let go of the old belief systems. Let go of the bad habits that are not helping your health. Swap them for some better habits. Sometimes we feel like letting go of something is like, letting go of smoking or drinking or what have you, like you're losing something. But if you think of it on the basis that you're gaining health, you're gaining more money, you're gaining better relationships, because if you haven't got alcohol to mask your emotions and things and just talk to people heart to heart, then you're gaining so much more. But we have these belief systems again about those things that we're, somehow losing things. So reframe that. We can reframe anything to be more positive. So the fourth thing is the fourth tip to greater self-love is to pick up a meditation or a mindfulness practice. Find some way of meditating, whether it's walking on the beach in nature and just focusing on the here and now, being conscious of your thoughts and bringing yourself back to the present moment, which is what mindfulness is, which is what meditation is. Take up a practice like, you can do a moving meditation, even dance. If you're just listening to music and dancing to music and shutting those thoughts out of your head, you're lifting your vibration and you're and you're just present in the present moment. And when you do this, it's a real act of self-love. It really is. When you find yourself having those negative thoughts, just bringing your attention to something in the room or something in nature and shifting those thoughts. No, I'm not going to think that anymore. They're really powerful acts of self-love for yourself. And the last tip of my 5 that I'm going to talk about today is to connect with nature. Connecting with nature, like I say, it lifts your vibration, just like dancing or movement, meditation, connects you with nature. It grounds you, it earths you. It is so good for your physical health, so good for your mental health, so good for your spiritual health. It is an absolute must. If you have a garden and if you can't walk far, sit with your feet on the ground and draw the energy from Mother Earth up through your body. It's reduces inflammation, it reduces blood pressure, it encourages healthy thoughts, it encourages your immune system, it boosts your immune system. It's great for your circulation. There are so many studies. It helps you sleep, it helps you feel more relaxed, more at peace, more connected to yourself and the planet. There is so much science on this, so I'd really urge you to do your own research. Don't just listen to me, do your own research. Take sovereignty over your health, over your well-being. There's no greater time in the world to be doing this, not asking for problems to be solved by outside sources. It's time for us to step up and to take ownership and sovereignty over our own health, our own well-being. And and then if everyone's doing that, the whole world will shift and change for the better. So those are my 5 tips today for greater self-love. And through this, like I said, you will find greater confidence and just greater overall well-being for yourself and to others. Treat yourself as you would like to treat a really good friend of yours. With kindness, with compassion. When you get it wrong, don't berate yourself. Be kind. So that's my message for today. I hope you like my message. Like and subscribe to my channel if you like listening to my videos, and I will be back with you really soon. Take care and much love.